Hello everyone, welcome back to Game of Thrones Midsummer. Today we are taking a look at certain things in the game that's going on right now, especially the events. We have the Midsummer Festival currently running, which is going to be running from the 4th of June, I think, or 1st of June rather, sorry, to 4th of July. And it's basically certain events that are going to happen throughout this month and certain reveals and stuff like that we are going to talk about. And we will take a look at what benefits and stuff might be in wait for us. So the third thing we are going to talk about is the Return to Westeros event that's going on right now. We already had this event probably around 2 months ago, something like that, 2 or 3 months ago, when we had the anniversary event for Game of Thrones. But basically it's back again, and it's fairly simple. You can basically invite a person back, I believe, if the account is more than 2 or 3 weeks off the game. If it's gone from the map, I believe you can invite it back and you will get points from it. The amount of points that you get are based on the BR and how long it's been inactive, and also how many recharges it has done during the time it's been active. And it's a great tool to get points. It's a little bit different than it was before, usually, because last time we had, I believe we did not have the entire influence by BR in time and so on, but might be wrong. But yeah, you can invite an account back, you can do daily tasks and stuff on them to get points, and if you basically get 3 people back, then you get like all these rewards. If you're only getting 1 back, then you get some S medals, some speed ups, more S medals and speed ups if you get 2, and then a frame for 3 people. And then there's also the companion shop. And the companion shop basically has the place where you can use the points that you're getting. And one of the best rewards is probably the rear exterior selection chest, which allows you to basically pick a cast exterior or marching animation that might help you, and that's perfectly fine. There are certain things that can be gotten there. It's probably the cheapest way to get it through this event compared to anything else, so it's definitely worth doing. And there's of course also other things such as transnational relocation scrolls, honor banners, AOS medals, refinement, chests, badge chests and so on, rally speed ups. So it's definitely worth seeing if you can use it. It also works if you have odds that you haven't really used much or anything like that. You can invite them back, or if your friend has quit the game, or someone you know has quit the game and they have just an account laying around they don't using, you can always invite that back and get points that way. So that's one of the events that's currently going on, and it's going to be going on for probably 3-4 weeks, almost more. Yeah, you can see there it's probably around 4 weeks or something like that that's going on. So definitely a lot of time to actually get the rewards and points to actually buy stuff in this event. Now we can take a look at the main part of the Midsummer Festival. As you can see here, we have several things that are ongoing or about to come online whenever the timer runs out, and some of those have been confirmed, some of those are just guesses from my side, but we can start with the first one, which is the Golden Cup of Wine. It's basically running for the entirety of the Midsummer Festival, which means that's running from June 1st until the 4th of July. And basically you get a reward for every day that you're signing in. You don't have to click on an external link. It's built into the game now, so that's an upgrade from when we had the anniversary event. And you also get shots for your Season 2 album if you have these accumulated rewards. So if you have locked in 7 days, then you get the first chest, 14 days the second chest, and 30 days then the third chest. The main reason for why it's been set to also have a few days after at the end in the July month is because so that people that might have missed something, they can basically log in and get in exchange for payment in terms of blue diamonds. I believe it's 500 blue diamonds if you miss login for each. You can basically get that reward for that login day that way. So it's just so that people have a chance to actually catch the rewards as well if they're logging in late a bit. So that's one of these events that's going on right now. Next up we have the Hunting Festival, and it's fairly simple. You get 1 free arrow. I can't remember if you're getting free arrow a day or not. I do not believe you get one a day, and you can buy 4 arrows for 8 million gold, I believe it is, and you can get 5 extra arrows for is it 50,000? Probably 50,000 blue diamonds. So it's a bit expensive. I can't remember if it was as expensive last time, but and 40 black diamonds for the extra arrows. So it's something you can consider if you're starting to invest on it. The moment you get the dragon skill, basically you should probably stop. If you do not get the dragon skill into the last arrow, then that's fine, but it's going to be a bit costly. If you're very lucky, you might be able to get some of the SS tokens, but even that is kind of like in terms of value. So if you're spending black diamonds on it, stop the moment you basically get the ancient dragon skill, and that's pretty much it. That's the main price for this event anyways. So keep that in mind when you're doing this event. You can see here if I try with a single shot, I got speed ups. So yeah, I have heard a few people who have been able to get the dragon skill chest without having to actually invest into black diamonds, so it's possible. But like with anything else in this game, it's heavily RNG based, so you're not guaranteed to get it unless you actually buy out the entire thing. Otherwise it's just a chance that you have it. Something that's going to happen in probably roughly 13 days, I would assume, from the June 14th to June 17th, from what I could see, is the resource collection event, and it's probably one of these ones down here that's going to be the resource collection event. Basically, we also had the similar event during the anniversary. You have various tasks that you can do that gives you points and rewards, and based on those points you get, you will be ranked in the kingdom in a certain ladder ranking, and that ladder ranking is going to give you certain rewards in terms of last time I believe it was SS medals and stuff like that, so it was fairly decent rewards, but if it's going to be the same this time around, I don't know. It's basically a 3-day ranking event, so for those that actually spend in the game, probably has a slight advantage, but if you have stuff saved up and you actually happen to fit well into the different tasks they have, then you might actually be able to get a decent placement as well. So keep that in mind, keep saving up your speed ups and stuff so that you can use it at that time. It's going to be from June 14th to June 17th according to the forum post that was made, so that's certainly something to be excited about. And other than that, we have also been teased that there's going to be a commander awakening, and that specific commander awakening will be a girl or a female commander. And the last time during the anniversary event we got the Cersei awakening, so obviously a lot of people are debating if it's going to be Daenerys that's going to be awakened here, which would potentially make sense. It has been teased a bit, and it would kind of help advancing the high paid commanders, and if they give her a good skill and stuff, that might actually be good for those that actually have her. For us mortal people that can't offer that much money, we can hope it might be someone else. There has been talks about that it might also be Sansa instead, that she will be awakened, but we just recently had the Arya awakening, and the last awakening we had was Enzo, which has also been added to the recruitment pass. So it's something you should definitely keep in mind, that it's taken with a grain of salt. Personally, I believe they could definitely awaken Daenerys, but we'll have to see about that. But there was no ETA on it. Usually if it's a commander awakening, it's one of the last events they have, so probably either this one or this one. So that's something that that's in store for us, basically. We've also recently been teased with a forum post regarding a new event that's going to be going on right now. I have to see if I can find it. The event is basically a new game mode that's been kind of expected. What's going to happen in it and how it's working and so on, it's not been revealed yet. There has been some pictures of reveals and stuff, and I'll probably make a separate video about this where I go more into detail of what could be expected, going over the rules and stuff like that, and kind of giving my comments on it. But I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be part of the Midsummer event that we have going on right now or not. I would assume they will probably want to have a testing time with it, or testing match or something like that, to actually gather in information about how it works. It might be working similar to Champion City Siege, which would be interesting in certain ways, but I'm going to make a separate video about that, so look forward to that. I'll probably throw it up during next week at some point, so yeah, that's something you can wait for. I don't believe it will be one of the events here. I believe it's something that will happen after Siege of Winterfell, which is starting in 2 or 3 days. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I know that Champion City Siege is starting in basically 13 days and 14 hours and stuff like that. So one of the events here might also, instead of being the, like, if it say that the 60-day one is the Commander Awakening, then one of them is the resource collection, the other one might be the Champion City Siege, and then we have basically one event left that we are not really sure about what could be. I could potentially think that it's the second version of the fireworks event, where you basically have only, I believe you can only choose between 3 or 4 castles, and you use a different set of fireworks, but basically in that event you can get stuff from those castles. When you're using it, you get a buff, which is a healing buff, a research buff I think, and something else, a training buff or something like that. The healing buff can be useful if it collides with an event where you basically have to heal your troops in. And other than that, it gives you like rewards like friendship chest, refinement, I believe dragon, skill experience, and stuff like that was in the last event. But that's like, it's my guess that that might be one of the events that's coming, or it might be the dice event, which has also been gone for some time, and that might also come back. So look forward to it. It's kind of like, it was kind of like my short video take on what's going to be happening in this particular event time, and yeah, so we can quickly take a look at what's going to happen soon. So to finish out the event video, we can take a look at the cross-server events that are going to happen. We just finished the Ultimate Conquest season, and yeah, so right now AC is set to start in a month. I personally think it might be delayed a little bit if the new game mode will be up for testing. Whether or not it's going to be a separate match game mode, or it's just going to be a 1 times a month thing like Champion City Siege, I don't know. I personally hope it's going to be something in between that might be like similar to Army of the Dead, where it's like two times or 3 times stuff like that. So since yeah, because of the rules, but we're talking about it in a different video. But yeah, Alliance Conquest is going to be back in 30 days plus probably. Siege of Winterfell Season 3 is starting in roughly 3 days, which is super awesome. We have had some commanders and stuff being added to the roster, so that's at least something that's going to be interesting, changing up the meta a little bit maybe. And yeah, other than that, we have Elite Trials starting in probably 2 days, and Army of the Dead we also just recently finished, and that's also going to be like probably sometime after Siege of Winterfell is done. So that's going to, I hope they might change things up a little bit, and they might make it a little bit more difficult, or they might make ranking system or something, or change up the mode somehow, I don't know. It's starting to feel a little bit stale. We've had 14 seasons of it, and it's just like, in my alliance we're just using it to kind of talk with each other and have a good time, of course, but it's not really super heavily tactical or anything like that. It's kind of like, okay, we are doing this, we are talking a little bit in the alliance, and then we're basically done after, and that's pretty much it. So they might change things up a little bit if they can, but I'm of course understandably aware of the fact that they are working on a new game mode right now that they might focus on, right? So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen with that. KVK is starting in roughly 14 hours when I record this video, basically tomorrow. and we have the war, like Lord of Light's blessing. So we have the diamond mine value increase or amount increase, so we basically get 15% extra from gathering from diamond mines, so that's certainly interesting. I don't expect anything great of this KVK. Usually diamonds, more diamonds just means that more people are going to be having troubles in kingdoms navigating stuff, but hopefully everyone's going to have a good KVK. Generally that's what should be the main event usually for people in this game, so that's something to look forward to. And yeah, Champion City Siege is the last one. 13 days and 14 hours, not a surprise. We are basically expecting that to... I expect that to possibly be one of the events in the Midsummer Festival, but that's kind of what's going to be coming right now in Game of Thrones the next few days, weeks. So comment down below if you want to, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helped out everyone here that's helping me and preparing my content and helping me out finding what guides and stuff you should focus on. And yeah, that's going to be it for me this time. Link is down in the description below, so is the Discord link for the Game of Thrones group, and music if you want to have access to the same music that I do, then the channel for it is going to be in the description down below. So yeah, take care guys, have fun, good luck with the events, hopefully you get something nice, and that's all for me this time around. Bye bye!